To some people, it's the world's most widely consumed, legal, and unregulated psychoactive drug. And then again, to some other people, it's just coffee. When it comes to running, everybody's looking for that slight edge, some way to be a little bit better than the competition. Don't believe me? Just look at marathon runners. Days before the marathon, they're stuffing their face in carb loading, they're taking gels and electrolytes and stopping at every aid station just to ensure that they are the most properly fueled version of themselves. People spend hundreds on expensive race day shoes that are just a little bit lighter and have a carbon plate to help them potentially shave off seconds off their PR. Because when it comes to competition in the sport of running, the ultimate competition is against yourself. Nobody wants to train for a marathon and find out when they cross the finish line that they were slower than they were 6 months ago. And that's why today we're going to talk about how caffeine can give you that extra edge you might be looking for. Or maybe you're just here because you like coffee, and that's fine too. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. Alright, it says in the weather app that the rain is supposed to be stopping in like 30 minutes, maybe less by now. So we're going to hang out under this little overhang and see if we can just get some of the rain to go away. It's 46 degrees, which isn't terrible, but the wind and the rain are making it a lot colder than it feels. So hopefully that will die down for a little bit and then we can get out and do our run for the day. What Sylvia and I decided to do today was make coffee before we run. So something super cool we have today is this Brew portable espresso maker. I'm gonna drink some espresso. Sylvia brought some milk and cream to make an iced latte. So before we get on our run, we're gonna both make some coffee outside. So obviously, to keep things as simple as possible, we got the original Nespresso pods, but you can also use one of the portable baskets and just dump espresso that's ground up in there as well. So the cool thing about this espresso maker is obviously it's portable. So we've already charged it. I think on a full charge, it'll make 6 to 7 cups of espresso if you're using cold water. So we just brought our water bottle. I'm gonna drink out of anyway since I'm running. We dump that in the top, and then that's gonna heat up automatically with just the press of a button. And the nice thing about this is it's like totally weather sealed. So even though we're getting crushed by the rain and the wind out here, no concern with this thing. If you don't even have a cup, then you can just use this, or if you brought something else, you could do that as well. All right, my turn. And this better be good because I am so cold. My hands are shaking. I need something hot right now. It smells really good, and honestly, I'm so cold, I think I'm just gonna dump it on my hands just because I don't even need it. Other benefits for coffee include warming your hands, so I'm just gonna hold this for a couple seconds and then I'm gonna drink it for real. When it comes to benefits of caffeine, a lot of the suggested usages are we're talking like 20 to 40 minutes before you exercise. All right, ooh, as the wind's picking up here, taste test, cheers, let's try this espresso. It's not too hot. It's hot enough that it's good, but it's not burning my tongue off. 8.7 out of 10. I like this. I would buy these Nespresso pods again. I have some amazing bagged coffee at home I could use, but when we're talking about portability, versatility, I want to keep it simple. So the Nespresso pods are really good, and that is an espresso pod I would recommend. And this Brew espresso machine is cool as heck. Probably the most important reason you need caffeine before you run is because it'll help you accomplish one major goal. So one of the best benefits to caffeine usage for athletes, for runners, is going to be improved endurance. I'm training for my 3rd marathon, so it's an endurance activity. Caffeine is going to help boost your endurance, whether you're taking that before with coffee, during with gels that have caffeine in them. Either way, caffeine is going to help boost your endurance and give you a little bit extra of an edge, and that's exactly what you need if you're going to be training for these long distance events. All right, for the workout today, We're gonna do 1 mile easy, and then we're doing 1 mile fast, 1 mile easy. So 3 miles total, nice and easy. We're just trying to avoid the shin splints right now and build up some mileage very slowly. During this run, it's only 3 miles and it's cold outside. My hands are hurting really bad, my face is cold, so I just wanted to get this done as quickly as possible. But I kind of thought of this idea while I was running, that doing it right is better than just getting it done. And what I mean by that is you can just rip through this run and just check a box that you did it, but the marathon prep calls for easy runs, fast runs, slow runs, long runs, and those are really important to focus on those. It's not just about getting it done to say you did it. If you want to go to bed the night before the marathon and have some confidence about waking up the next day and running, then make sure you're doing it right. And that was hard because I had to pull myself back and run slower, even though I was cold and I wanted to just rip through it. So that's my running advice for the day. All right, if you saw my hot water bill after that shower, you would be mortified. After that run, I was so cold. The wind, the rain, standing around, making coffee, waiting for the rain to pass, that all just froze me. Once I got my shower, I feel way better, but yeah, the hot water bill is gonna pay a steep price. So at this point, we're kind of halfway through the day, it's 2 o'clock. I wanna go ahead and make a second coffee. It's kind of just to pick me up to finish up today's video. And with that, we're gonna talk about the last 2 benefits to caffeine usage for runners. And while we start to make the Americano, another benefit of caffeine usage, especially for runners, is going to be the reduced perception of effort. When your training plan says an easy run, you want to be able to perform that easy run and it actually feel easy. If caffeine can reduce that perceived effort, then when you're running and it feels easy, you can run a little bit faster. If you're running too fast, obviously just slow yourself down. It is nice, however, once in a while to not look at your watch and just run on how it feels, and caffeine can actually make that effort feel a little bit easier. All right, here's our finished product right here. I guess that's my version of an Americano. Maybe some people would add more water than this, but that's typically how I like it. All right, to wrap things up, my third and final point, the last kind of benefit, is kind of 2 parts here. But first of all, keep in mind that obviously caffeine is going to give you a boost as far as energy and alertness. So keep in mind for a lot of these marathons, I mean, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. If you're getting up that early, you're probably not feeling your best self like you would later in the day after getting some food and coffee. And the other thing is during the run, increased blood flow. And that's going to be a vasodilating effect, which is going to take the blood vessels and open them up more. That's going to allow nutrients, oxygen to get to your muscles faster, which is critical when you're doing endurance training type of stuff like running. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the love and support. If you guys are interested in getting one of the Brevoy portable espresso machines, the link is down in the description. You guys can save a couple dollars off if you use that link. Thank you to Brevoy for sending me this to try out. This thing is fantastic. I'm probably gonna use this way more than I should. Again, we have an espresso and all kinds of different ways to make coffee. I could see myself before the Cleveland Marathon sitting in the car with my wife, getting ready to run, and then making one of these bad boys real quick just to get that last second boost before we start running. So thank you to them. And again, check down on the link below if you guys want to get one of these for yourself. And if not, this will at least make a fantastic Christmas present. I'm completely out of things to say. I'm gonna go finish my coffee. Thank you guys for watching.